All right, I think it's streaming. You want to give it a check?
Yeah, I'm checking right now. Let's see. At 4:52 p.m. What?
Yeah, I mean, I
It
started the
says.
broad.
Uh,
I put
oh, there
the
we go. Okay.
broadcast announcement, but anyways, yeah, is it there?
Yep, it's working good.
All right then. I'm just going to start the video then, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, might as well. So what are we doing today?
Yeah, so today, all right, first, hello everyone. Welcome. I am Bait, your host, and this is Alyssal, the diversity hire.
Yeah. You said this last time. You gotta find something else to call me. You know what I am. I'm the desk analyst. You're here for your vibes. For your signature
Vibes.
hello.
That's
You're like
insane.
so you're like the influencer hire that they bring onto like those like Twitch games, right? Like they don't actually play. They're not actually like they're just there because they have a following.
Yeah, I was actually looking at this, right? And Dial Live's channel has 300 subs. It has more than me. What the heck? Yeah. What the heck? This guy's a big name YouTuber. Why has he never shouted me
Damn.
out, huh? All right. So I guess we can count this as a collab technically. Anyways, so this is an IS4
Oh, okay.
Ending 2 and Sentinel run. So here we're entering Ending 2, and we can take a look at their draft. What do you think of it right now, Alyssa?
I think the draft looks pretty standard. I mean, well, I guess standard nowadays. As you know, like me and you we're a bit older on the player side, so at least to us, the standard draft. Where's the Tekken? Where's the Soleil? Where's the Milnar? And it's like, but yeah, I guess like nowadays for spec casters, this would be pretty average. I do notice that there are a few oddball picks. Do you see the same or?
Yeah, I saw the Swire Altar. I was really confused about that, honestly.
I was more so talking about like the Silver Rash Altar. I don't think he does that much in IS4 to be honest.
I know that some people really like him because they like to spam the Gnosis freeze comp. Personally, I'm a little down on him too. But I mean, I'm not sure what Swire Altar is doing over here. What do you think?
Mm, well, normally I would guess maybe it was like a pre-promo like tempo pick, but they have Exu, so you don't like with the introduction of Exu, tempo picks aren't really all that needed like at all anymore in IS4. So my guess would maybe actually be like a healer cope.
Hmm. Yeah, you think that Warframe and Nightingale aren't enough, so he's going to deploy Swire to keep Shu alive.
Actually, I think he probably got Swire before he got Warford and Gale on route.
That would make sense. All right, so he's going in. Zombies Entropy. So this is regular Ending 2, not the Altar version. But honestly, these days, in a lot of ways, the difficulty between these two are kind of separate because regular Ending 2 you have to deal with the spiders and the frost drones, but Hollow Visage you have to deal with the world cursors.
Right, and the frost drone can the frost drone, at least for my case, many times you underestimate like how much it reduces your HPS per second, and that can lead to some pretty unfortunate situations. Let's just
Yeah.
say.
It seems like they have what is it called? Hunter's Insight, which slows down collapsible enemies. Oh, Premnick's there. Interesting. I wonder what the intent there is. Okay, so they're placing down their medic in the standard left side tank position, which seems to imply that they're going to be tanking Ike over there. Now,
Do you usually tank like right underneath the range tile or one to the left? Because I usually like it one to the left.
hmm, actually, I'd like to do a one to the right.
Hmm.
Yeah, because
Where-
so the idea is that Shu has free block, right? And Ike only consumes one. And so what happens is that
Oh, okay.
if you place down if you place directly beneath Warp like this, then what you'll be tanking is Ike plus 2 carcasses. But if you put it one to the right, then you can make it so that it's 2 spiders instead, and spiders do way less damage.
Hmm. Actually, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I never thought about it like that. But looks like he is going to be doing my position because
Yeah.
my position has superior strategics to it. I won't elaborate on what those strategics are, but
Yeah,
There's definitely something else. I will say though about the pram placement, I'm actually not a big fan of this pram or Nightingale placement.
yeah, I'm a little concerned, honestly. I feel like it'll get blown up by a spider. But okay, here are spiders. Let's take a look. So yeah,
Mhm.
this I would say are the actual main threats on this map, aside from the frost drones. Because what happens is that these ice spiders, there's no real good place to kill them. Yeah, you can
Like
see here.
here, yeah, like yee.
Ew. Yeah, because oh
Yep, yep, yeah, exactly what I.
yeah, because if you try to kill them, they kind of just own you. Usually, the ideal way to kill them is to kill them up top because of that, because it's really the only place that you can safely kill them. So, anyways, now we have Nightingale being the soul healer on Shu, and Nightingale
She's
is
a
not
bum.
exactly known for being a good medic.
She's a bum. Actually, I will say, I think actually in this scenario, the shoe placement, what like where it is one left, actually would have been better because then what he could have done is he could have faced, he could have used Swire Altar behind shoe facing up so she doesn't hit spiders or the
Hmm.
carcasses, just
Yeah,
to supplement healing.
yeah, that might not be bad. The concern here now, okay, so they were forced to commit to using a cat to paralyze Ike. Otherwise, he would have murdered you, right? Now, the problem is the next thing that's coming up are ice cleavers. Yep, here they come.
Yeah, and I
Yeah, so they've cleared the ice cleavers, but now they have to, like, they cleared they paralyzed Ike, and so they kept him alive temporarily. But now he have to, all right, yeah, so they retreat Shu, recognizing that the ice cleavers are coming and they're going to goob Shu. And now they have to kill the ice cleavers and probably
right,
redeploy Shu over on the right side is how I'd guess it's going to go.
right. It looked like looks like Dialab tried to group the ice cleavers onto the right side to get Ella to hit them, but shorter pathing means that she's still just going to be hitting Ike.
Yeah.
Uh,
Also, Ella here is on skill 1, I think. So she's actually not going to be doing much damage regardless.
right. I mean, the skill one tech, that
Yeah.
one of the more fun uses of Ella, as other than her just generic skill three. Oh,
Yeah, it's something that I really do appreciate about oh,
um,
what's going on here?
okay. It looks like they stabilized. I mean, the
Wow.
Ascalon movement reduction was huge there, but it looks like they
Yeah, that was kind
stabilized
of crazy.
mostly.
I think that was
I
a
can't tell if
combination.
Fire dying though.
So normally with Ascalon, she can slow Ike down, but she doesn't stop him from passing through that guy to end up on the other side. So over there, what happened was I think Pramnex's Snow worked together with Ascalon to reduce the movement speed enough that it got stuck.
Hmm.
But
That's
also,
oh.
yeah,
Ooh.
okay. Here comes yeah, okay, okay.
Ooh.
Oh,
Hey,
30%.
here comes the scramble. here,
Okay,
here comes the here
40%.
comes the dirty part of it. Oh,
Nice.
okay. Enos tanking is certainly we live in a world.
It's a lifestyle. You know,
The desperation.
it's one of those interesting things, right? Because attack steal works on the base attack of the enemy before modifiers. So in this actually attack reduces a lot.
Right, yeah. Same principle with Nova and all of them. Which the game doesn't make clear, obviously, because why would it?
Of course
Arknights
not.
is not known for for explaining mechanics very well. I actually I have a gripe about this. I still find it very very odd that we are in whatever like year 7 now in CN, and we still cannot see enemy list before we enter stages. Like what is the point of that? Like how why? You kind of just encouraging players to go find the list of enemies somewhere else. Not very intuitive in my opinion.
It's for like they expect you to fail a few times first. This is just
What?
encouraging you. All right.
Nope. Nope. Anyway, that was a. I I'll be real. I won't say it was a clean ending too, but it was an ending too, and it was leakless.
Yeah.
So
I
whatever
think
gets results.
I think the recovery was honestly fairly good. Oh, interesting. I
Yeah, I
actually
agree with that. Oh.
so here, let's see. They have actually some decent amount of arts damage, right? They have Ascalon, they have Pram, and they have a Trag. Yeah, so I do think
Right.
Brilliant Lament
I think
Lament is pretty good.
Yeah, especially since King's Crown IS4, you don't want to give those life points like at all. Like 15 life points, staying on 15 life points is really good, solid since Shadow Guards and Sentinel take 2 away, which everyone finds out for the first time in their own way.
So an interesting play there is that they took Surprise instead of a different Foroto, but they only really have 10 ingots. So I guess they're thinking that even though they don't have that many ingots, it's still worth it to take Surprise to get a bit more value out of them. And he might be the withdraw 12 type or whatever it is.
I mean, he does also have the mark. He does have the mark underneath him, and he is level 10 already. Oh,
all right, here we go.
No anymore.
All right, so Connaught's mark. Yeah, so let's see what his pathing here is going to be. So what would you do if it was up to you?
Well, by tournament rule says, right, normally you would go for top side path because the EM could be Frost and Sand. Sorry, that's the bum map. Could be Terminus of Life, and that is normally where
run.
Terminus of Floor 7 Explode. Normally that would be extra points in a tourney, but if you were just playing just for the win, right, you would obviously take, in my opinion, the Bosky here, because all of his important units are already E2. The Bosky can offer you either more relics, more important, or like more usefully here, more folds. I didn't see his bottom folds, but regardless, you would definitely want more combat folds, just because they're so broken.
Yeah, I agree. I think that entering the Bosky here makes sense. And it looks like they didn't spend a Surprise here, so they're planning on spending it inside the thing. So the Game Room Access card here actually refunds some ingots, and so I like it a lot. Oh, but they're picking up Heidi.
Oh, there's the Heidi, the cult classic. Some things never change. I mean, what can you do? She lines up perfectly. She's attractive, and she's a great unit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I noticed that you cut yourself off there, but I will just continue to slide past that.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh, Blossom here is actually interesting.
Yeah, I think Blossom is a pretty good relic for Sentinel because you get to the Seedbed tiles count as taking damage, so you get to supercharge your operators. Oh, and it's a Rogue Trader.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say earlier, I feel like the reason why he didn't spend Surprise was because he was maybe like hoping for this exact scenario, right, where he has the Shop Bosky gets a few more ingots, maybe even able to, Concord here.
Yeah.
Actually, not think about it. Do you know if say a shop would already have a discounted item in this Bosky, right? If you Concord Surprise here, does the item become more discounted?
Do items actually get discounts in IS4? I'm not sure they do.
In this Bosky, yes.
Really? I thought that they... that's an interesting question. I don't think I've ever actually seen it.
Oh my god, wait, it's your favorite relic. Look.
No. I was not going to mention it. I was going to pretend it didn't exist.
No. I have to address the elephant in the room. It's your favorite relic.
No. It is a mediocre relic that should not exist, and it's bad and it's stinky, and this run is a clear example of why it's a stinky relic. 0 ingots, full team, awesome relics. There's 0 reason to ever go Chalice here, and if they had Chalice earlier and they decided not to spend their ingots, they would be in a worse position.
That is true, but don't look how he changes his tune the moment IS5 gets brought up. All of a sudden it's, where's my Chalice? Failed refreshes. Lamp's a good squad still, though, by the way.
Yeah, Lamp is still good. Yeah, I mean, the game is inflexible, but the player must be flexible, right? That is how you adapt and improve.
Oh, Pam Top.
Yeah, one of the worst relics. Yeah, I'm really surprised that he didn't Concord their Surprise. Like, he just kind of went in and let whatever happen.
Are they doing it now? Here's my guess, right? Here's my prediction, right? The moment they saw there was no encounter, they were like, screw this run, it's not triple, I'm just gonna speed run to the end. I don't even want to do this normal combat, which is totally understandable. I mean, average. The moment you don't see the encounter, it's like, let's just get this over with. Let's just get the win screen going.
Yeah,
Wait, it appeared again.
yeah. This thing will haunt you throughout the entire run, trying to tempt you like the sweet whispers of a devil. Right,
Hmm.
Vengeful Shield is actually quite good here. I don't actually like Stalwart Aid much because when you're hyper buffing your operators, right, it doesn't make a difference what the enemy's defense actually is.
So since he already has Hunter's Insight, it's the overlapping means that you get reduced value as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it looks
true.
like he was planning on buying Fin Shield anyways, but I honestly would still rather.
Oh, Lake
Honestly, I would rather about the
Medallions.
life points. Oh,
Ooh. So here's what we're gonna do is we're gonna look away and we're gonna not see when he was. Okay, he's robbing.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's gonna rob you. This is the
yeah,
last
of
note.
course. Yeah, I thought that he was so over that he just wasn't gonna rob either.
I mean, that's also understandable. I've done that multiple times. The despair you feel when you see no encounter, and even worse when you see Gardner. It's like nowadays it's just like I just don't even finish the run. I'll be real. I just don't finish
Yeah,
the
yeah,
run.
my success rate at Gardner is 0%. You know, every single time I get onto floor 6, mysteriously my emulator just closes. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's just it closes and all of a sudden there's an IS3 run booted up instead.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works. Yeah, so here, this is an interesting thing, right? A lot of people have the instinct to, okay, yeah, so he's a knower. So a lot of people have the instinct to camp their operators in front of the blue box. But what you actually want to do is you want to spawn camp those initial few mobs. Because if you let them run around, then Connaught will troll you, right? He will make them invincible or heal them or put them to sleep. But if you just spawn camp them immediately with Innis, then you get the DP and you also don't have to deal with them doing that.
Right. I will say, even though it doesn't matter, I think this I personally think the param placement topside was the correct play.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
top made more
yeah.
sense.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter when you have this much damage,
Yeah.
and when you're playing what, for all intents and purposes, Gen content, no D18 reveal, never beating the
Yeah.
allegations.
Yeah, me when I'm in the slandering competition, my opponent is IS4.
uh, like I IS3 relictless feeling cooked right now. IS6 is IS6. IS4 is still Gen content. Why do we even play the
Yeah,
game?
trust in 3 months
What
we
are
will
we
get IS4 D18 any moment now. Trust.
Yeah.
And
But I doubt.
yeah, and IS3 D821 will come out. Trust.
Mm. I remember I told you about this one time that I had a dream that they released D20 IS5, and I told you I couldn't remember the details of it, and then you started flaming me for not remembering the details of it. I wonder why you wanted to know the details so badly. Surely you wouldn't have been trying to get a secret advantage over other players.
Yeah, of course. I have to start developing the meta right now. How am I going to get against other people in a tournament if I don't?
Developing the meta, but we would not have. I mean, I guess now we do technically have access to CN, so you could be a pioneer of IS7. Think about it. You could be a pioneer IS7 pre DLC.
Yeah, with the crippling downside of the language barrier, of course.
And that's okay. We can hire indenture. I mean, hire some translators for us.
Yeah, great idea. So what we're gonna do is that we're going to draft one of the many Chinese speakers in IS Central, and you're just going to
Yes.
be sitting in voice chat with us permanently, and we go, "What is this relic?" And we'll be pointing at the kettle, and they'll have to say it every single time. We can do it right now, Alyssa. What is this relic? What is this blue silk thing?
I think that says people size. Yes.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to figure out. Oh, return to form. Return to
Yeah,
form.
Digibreaker.
It wasn't even. There's not even a gun. There's a cutie.
Yeah, of course. It'll go
Skill
crazy.
two. Skill two. Skill two.
Let's go to.
He has blossom. Actually, no, skill one. He has blossom.
Yeah,
Skill
no.
one
It's
blossom.
definitely a skill two. What the heck? All right.
E2 the gravel. I think E2 and gravel is the correct play
Yeah,
here.
E2 and gravel is good here. I noticed that their gravel has no module, which is interesting.
Isn't that a temper group?
Oh, it was? Okay.
I'm pretty sure that was a temp recruit. I
Oh,
mean, unless he just has skin the Scrabble, in which case, questionable.
no.
Questionable.
Your Gravel has a skin. Mine doesn't.
What? I
Yeah.
think the skin's really cool. I think it's stylish.
Yeah, but it's not free, right?
Is it not free? I thought it was free.
Oh, it is free? Okay, then I don't know why I don't have it on.
Um, even if it wasn't free, I think that's a sign of less than fortunate, less than
Oh,
fortunate
oh, are you wealth
liquidity.
gapping me? Are you judging me for not being rich? Is that what it's going on?
Theoretically, if I said yes, so would follow.
Nothing. It just reflect on your character. It's just a little thing that
My character.
we would all judge. I mean, I would never judge because I'm not a judgmental prick like you, but I
Oh,
you know, we
uh-huh.
would never say it out loud, but we would think a few things about you.
I don't think that's gonna hold up on a court or a jury once the lawyers bring in the evidence. Motion. You can motion to strike all you want, but the logs are there. Your something digital footprint.
Yeah, okay, we'll scrub this VOD of all evidence. All right. So
I
let's
just
see.
noticed hiding no module either. Actually,
Heidi has no module, Warframe has no module, and no skill 1 mastery. This is why their sheep died earlier. Can't believe it.
true. No skill 2 hiding masteries either. There's tech.
Yeah,
There's
true.
there's code tech.
Yeah, everyone knows that in Stronghold Protocol, skill 2 Heidi is meta, so it has been meta here too.
That's what that's what I'm saying. Sometimes that little extra defense goes a long way.
All right, so they're going
Oh,
for the
now we found these relics.
yeah. So there's a deployment limit
Oh,
relic. That's really good. Oh, 2 deployment limit
wow.
relics. Wow,
Rockhorn too.
this is pretty stacked, honestly.
He has a lot of defense down, so I'm even more confused now as to why he took the counter arts earlier.
They just really want to make it true damage.
I don't think that's how that works.
It's functionally true damage at this point. Although I would say it's
Oh,
functionally true damage when they buffed it to high heavens too. So
also this is like a sneak peek at the new corrosion elemental damage on CN. Permanently reducing enemies' defense by 120 every time it gets procced.
yeah, of course.
It just profit enough times, and eventually you can do true damage. I mean, this thing, right? Like Quailon, for example, he has like what 2,000 defense.
Yeah, that's nothing.
just
Yeah.
actually, does Quailon retain? He doesn't retain debuffs when he goes into phase like the phase 3, right?
I'm trying to remember this. I think he does not. Yeah, it's a new state. So I think like for example Godo's which is the one that gives plus 3,000 defense per to a new enemy that gets reduced as you hit them. That gets restarted when they enter phase 2, if I recall correctly.
Ooh, that's gross.
Yeah, very funny. So over
Okay,
here,
pretty standard Enos placement.
yeah. So over here, something interesting I decided to do was take Exu skill 2. So Exu skill 2 is so in this map there's 2 schools of thought, right? There's like Exu skill 2 or Exu skill 3. And generally speaking, I prefer to take skill 3. And the reason for this is that when you buff something to high heavens, and you'd rather just have the skill that scales better with buffing, and also generates more DP. So for example, over here, they could place down Exu, activate skill 3, and redeploy Innis after Innis skill runs out, and that's a lot of DP. But it seems like they're
Right.
thinking about it.
Especially since the opening of Sentinel is like even without Barrow is really tight, and since you have no and with no flags either, it becomes even more tight. So that's what I like about Exu, like on this specifically is even though Exu broken fodderizes the IS4, the difference between skill 2 and skill 3 is actually significant, and like they do it's different, they do different things besides just bigger damage number, which I think is a really interesting like mechanism of, like when it comes to skills. Like you mentioned, if you have barrel DP, like skill 3 might be better because you can get more DP out of it. Or if you somehow lack survivability issues in the big 2-6, skill 2 can help you out a little bit there. But then again, FRDs can also do the same.
I think that Yeah, in general, I do really enjoy Exu, even though she is kind of a dumb, busted, broken operator.
I will say actually, I think here I like the choice between like Texas or Gravel, like in his squad selection. I think I would have preferred Gravel here, to be honest.
Oh, so Chessbot just sent in a message. Would Exu S3 be able to output enough DPS in the window since skill 2 has the attack speed? So this is the funny thing, right? Even though skill 2 has plus attack speed, skill 3 has the higher DPS. Like just straight out. Raw DPS wise, skill 3 is better. Skill 2 is around 11k DPS and skill 3 is about 13k. So, yeah. And because skill 2, a lot of the DPS is because of the attack speed steal, it actually scales worse with stuff like Sing and attack speed buffs in terms of how much it gets buffed. So usually skill 3 is more buff receptive and has the better DP generation. The main reason for skill 2 is if you don't have the buffing or you just don't have any survivability. All right, so
As
you're
for,
asking.
as for the window as well, because since skill 3 attack like shoots in burst of 5 rounds, the window is also not really tight. Meanwhile, with skill 2, she flips her whole gun, which takes like a whole second. So you have to account for that as well.
Yeah, although I would say I know that there was an incident in IS Central where someone was like, "What the heck? She took like a second to flip her gun." But and I was like, "Yeah, you're supposed to preemptively activate the skill, you know."
That's not one of
Anyways,
your disciple.
all right. Well, I never took them in as a disciple, but it's kind of some people do seem to call themselves that. I feel like a false prophet sometimes, but it is what it is. Wait,
Disciple, call, same thing. Oh,
wait, what the
what?
heck is this?
Mm, 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 mm.
Interesting. Yeah, so they're still thinking about the placement. And so you mentioned earlier the difference between Texas and gravel, right? I
All
would
right.
say so gravel is way more DP efficient, right? You can use her
Yeah.
to bait the top frost drones or use her to hold a lane temporarily. But I would say I would still probably prefer Texas overall because she can
Hmm.
help hold the left side trash mobs if things start going wrong. Or even stall the Shadow Blades a bit.
That's fair. But I was thinking like they took Pram in with Ascalon, right? So like, and they have Mizuki
Yeah,
and Trek. So like their left side control is like solid. It's oh,
oh,
Ascalon on the right side actually.
interesting. All right, let's see
Is this Ascalon just so jacked that she kills the Shadow Blade?
it.
Oh, actually, nowadays, where do you place your Heidi here? Actually, because I personally my placement changed a little bit from Dagon to like from switching from Dagon to Exu, simply because of like where I place my range units.
Yeah, so I think usually I place Exu two down from the rightmost box, right? Blue box. And so what I tend to do is I'll place Heidi two right of that. So right above where Ella is usually my placement.
Two oh so it's right here.
Well, one down from there. But
Oh, you said two right, yeah, okay.
yeah,
Oh, hmm.
interesting that they do it like this though. This is a very aggressive placement. Yeah, but they should be able
Hmm.
to get bailed out by it because of the Finchell's shield. You can see here that Exu's tower got seed bedded, which is kind of unfortunate, although somewhat inevitable too. All right.
Right, because of how the
Oh,
targeting works.
but here's something that they
Oh,
did not forget. They forgot to account for, which is that there's a defense drone, and they have not placed on Trigodia, so the defense drone is going to troll her.
yeah. These drones, like if you don't think about them as much with Dagon because Dagon's just like true AoE, but like once you're using single target DPSs, like Ray for example, you realize these drones really suck.
Yeah,
These things suck.
yeah. These things have IS5 stats in IS4. Let's see. So
Now imagine them on D18.
yum yum. All right, so over here, this is something interesting. If you place down a mine like this, I'm pretty sure what happens is that when you make, I'm pretty sure the mine has a bit of a search cycle. So if you deployed a mine like this, it will actually take longer to explode than if you just placed it when it was vulnerable. Either way, Exu goes burr. But oh, she got distracted.
Yep.
Oh,
Okay,
but
it
she
doesn't
killed
matter. The damage is still
anyways.
there.
Yeah,
Damage
so
is still there. Only half mag.
yeah, so that's the thing that you have to be a little careful about, right? Like when you and it since Exu is a single target operator, and yeah, oh yeah, someone was just commenting. Anyways, Exu is a single target operator, and Sentinel has such a super long path. Almost any enemy in her range will cause her to get targeted over. Will target enemy over the Sentinel, which is why the hardest part about Exu comp, if you ask me, is just figuring out how to get it so that Exu does not get distracted. And so, for example, over here, there's this defense drone, right? But if it was a res drone, it would move one tile down, and then that would cause Exu to get distracted. Wait, and she would waste all her ammo on the res drone. And so our counterplay to this usually is to bring down Trigodia or bring down Nymph and to fear away or lure the drone away. That way Exu doesn't get distracted. Also, he's just getting blasted by the death ball right now. Everything's dead. Holy.
Yeah, his NG doesn't reach his didn't reach his shoe. I'm not quite sure if that was I'm not quite sure if the NG placement was thought out with
It's
that in mind.
very emergent, as people like to say in IS Central.
Emergent this, emergent that. I also actually your point about the retro too is like I remember seeing like a certain placement with Exu where it was actually on your normal Heidi tile, just face down.
Yeah.
It's a very tight angle, but I honestly I prefer that one over the two to the left one. So because it feels easier to control since you have more tiles to like stall the shadow guards.
I think that tile works as well. The problem is just that if you do it, then you need Shu because he only stays there for one cycle basically. Oh,
Right.
oh shoot!
Oh,
Oh, that's not good at all.
Right. Oh. Looks like we're looking at a full loop.
Yeah, yeah, Kian, Kian pointed out skill 3 has better DPS than skill 2 even without attack speed, and skill 3 scale is better if you have attack speed. Yeah, that's correct. There is one minor note to add, which is that Exu skill 3 does scale slightly less well with attack buffs, but overall it's a pretty small difference overall, and I would definitely say skill 3 is usually going to be better, and especially if you have attack speed buffs. So over
Right.
here, we that's not emotional, right? No, it just looks scary. Yeah.
Okay, on the topic of DP refunds, it was established that Kelsey skill 3 refunds DP when she transferred like Kelsey's alter skill 3 refunds DP when she lists operators, right?
Does she? I didn't know actually. I have not gotten to test her mechanics for some reason. For some reason, when I logged into the CN account, that when I logged into the CN account, mysteriously, Calcit was at E0. I looked inside, and there were 0 chips, there were 0 red certificates, and there were 0 materials, and there was like 200 LMD in there. So for some reason, I didn't get to test it.
I got it working the other day, and you'll be glad to know I finished the dailies today.
Yeah, I appreciate
Mostly.
it.
Mostly. No sanity.
Okay, buddy.
I spent it beforehand. Probably God knows why. I forgot. Anyway, let's see how he's gonna salvage this.
Yeah, so his operators are kind of getting owned right now, but I would say he's not in too bad of a situation. His Exu is going to come back soon. And the main thing is that he has so many operators to help hold each side, right? He has layers upon layers of redundancies. Like he has a Praminix, he has a Ascalon, he has a Mizuki there, he has a Texas. So in terms of catching leaks, it's not that scary. All right, but let's see what he does.
And no barrow means that your resource pool your resource pool isn't stunted.
Yeah, you can actually
shield means that you're
Either way, let's see it. All right, he's thinking about the pathing, I think. Also, wow, this Ascalon is doing crazy damage.
Yeah, that is a jacked Ascalon.
All
So,
right.
I was checking. I was checking the like a VOD, right? If she does, if Castle skill, alter skill 3 does refund, but I can't actually tell because this motherfucker has Silver Ash, so it's like there's zero DP cost to begin. Silver Ash brain rot. It exists.
Mm,
It's real.
it is real. I have seen it. All right.
If you asked 1 in 10 people what Silver Ash skill 3 does, they would not be able to tell you.
It fragiles and yeah. Hey, I haven't mastered it. I am an expert at using it, I'll have you know.
Right.
All right, so Exu being placed down like this is a kind of interesting, right? Because how it goes is that he's going to teleport into the top left corner right now, so Exu can't shoot it from here. I assume what they're thinking about though is that they have to kill the rest of the mobs. I think they're going for a medal, I believe, and the medal condition is that they have to do Sentinel leakless,
Hmm.
which is why they're fighting for dear life right now.
That would make sense. I mean, oh yeah, the Shadow Champion rush here is pretty rough. I still, actually, I guess no, it makes sense, right? Because the top, if he places top side, he has to worry about frost trends as well at the moment, and his deployment limit.
Oh,
It doesn't really look like oh.
wait, what is this? Yeah, so Warframe targets for her buff the moment you click the skill. So you can, yeah, so you can see here that every single enemy in there had to be killed first before Exu would do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the exact same position that that SGL2 player Windsock put his Ray in for certain events unfolded that crushed my soul. I mean, what?
You know, personally, as a avid Dejin fan and avid Dejin fan in every single IS, I play her, use her in every single IS. I was very I wouldn't say
Why are we
pleased.
lying? Why are
I
we
wouldn't say I was
lying?
pleased, but I would say I felt a little validated.
Why are we lying?
No,
This
no,
guy's never played Cheeto Degen comp in IS5 in his
no. I played Cheeto
life.
Dragon Comp all the time. Why don't you believe me?
Why show me proof and I'll show you a forged screenshot.
Okay, I have a VOD of me doing it. Okay, it was a very. I played it and I was I wouldn't say I was extremely good at it, but I learned. I had to learn it for a tournament. I think it's
Yeah, this
pretty.
is the same tournament you drafted Narantuya in.
That's besides the point.
I see. The birth of a great relationship. Bait and Narantuya.
You know. Oh wow, I'm surprised that Texas couldn't live there because they have Lake Vegas too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Isn't
they're
she supposed to have DR too? Well,
yeah, she has
skill is
DR
active.
too. So this is I'm actually amazed
Well,
because
actually, I guess it's phase 2 Sentinel, so he has increased stats.
yeah, but it's like
But
4,500, right? And Texas,
yeah.
surely she has more than that effective.
Wait. We gotta look at the level of Texas next time he deploys her.
Yeah, okay.
we gotta check the level. The number one thing to always check when someone says my operator died when it should have is to always check the level and then check the mod.
Oh man, so this brings back a memory. Okay, so there's this thing where I very specifically and carefully calculated the thresholds for how Gummy can be used to hold the bottom side in the shop rob on floor 4 in IS5, right? And I calculated
Right?
it and I was like, okay, yeah, so Gummy just barely holds this. And this is in fact true, right? And then
Yeah.
suddenly I started getting a stream of reports, people going, my Gummy died, right? And so I'm like, what's going on? Do you have a ball sack? Do you have what's going on? And then they showed me the screenshot, and their Gummy was level 40. And it turns out the difference between a level 40 and 70 Gummy is 100 defense. And 100 defense is a lot when boxers just barely have enough attack to penetrate Gummy at level 70. Okay, Finchow's
Yeah.
going crazy.
Yeah. Those, oh, there we go. Yep.
Yep, that's
Nice
Sentinel
kill.
dead.
Okay.
Nice.
Finishield putting in crazy work in the top side as well.
Yeah, this was
Frost run be gone.
yeah, this is crazy, honestly. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Oh, but they are frozen now. They're popsicles. So they're going to have to start. I guess they might not have to because they have enough HP that they can just eat every frost drone in existence, maybe. Also, Victory Horn is putting
Yeah.
in work here. Gnosis is just freezing these guys forever. It's looking like a
Oh,
Stronghold Protocol
Gnosis?
Karak comp. I mean, Silver
Mhm.
Ash.
I mean, basically the same thing. That group of rascals, you have taken over almost all relicless.
No, they didn't. They did not clear. They take over like the slop relicless clears. Okay, it's fine.
I'm a slop relicless clear, man. I mean, I guess 5-op is 5-op, but like
Yeah.
it's Wufu. That's understandable.
All right.
Wufu 5-op is like 3-op anything else.
In that case, I wouldn't even really call it a freeze comp because it's just Gnosis and SA, I think. So
I mean,
like
you need
it
someone to
is,
deliver the payload though. So
yeah. The intent there isn't to perma-freeze stuff. It's to tactically murder certain slugs because they have obnoxious amounts of HP. And also, we're leaking here. We're not supposed to be saying this because it's not officially out. Can't believe this. All right, guys.
yeah, nobody watches that is interested in relicless.
All right, guys. Pretend to be surprised when the emergency waterfire union relicless comes out. Okay, we did not leak what happened in it. It is nothing happened. Okay, this past
I mean,
minute of conversation
if they
didn't
can't
happen.
find the video, they can't act surprised.
True. But they could find a video if they joined IS Centro today, where we're filled with people who don't play IS and play Stronghold Protocol instead.
And you're one of those people.
And
don't forget to name yourself.
yes, and
Yeah, and your loyalties in a strong protocol are as flimsy as your loyalties in IS as well. This guy for like the first like week in protocol was like, oh yeah, I love Laterano comp. I force Laterano every time. I'll reroll on round 1 for insider, and then all of a sudden this guy plays a Mia. Plays a Mia precision swift agile comp once, and it's like the Shaq it's the Shaq like opening his eyes, being like, ooh. Instant pivot, never again seen to touch Laterano.
Yeah, well, you see, this is how, a person must be adaptable. The environment is static, but the player must be flexible.
That's the complete opposite of flexible. Flexible should mean that you don't commit to any one comp.
Yeah, it means I flexibly commit to the best comp.
It's not dynamic. Yeah, okay, man. One of these days, you will experience the Sargon precision ban, and with Marvel, and I will watch you wallow in your misery.
And that's why I pivot to Victoria. Okay, it's okay. I got this.
And when you find no burn hammer, then what? What will you have after 500 stacks with no burn hammer?
Wow, I think that's a go next angle. Honestly, that's not my problem. It's my teammates' problem. Okay, but they did clear. And congratulations to Dialive for getting the IS4 medal, the Gen Content medal. Leakless Sentinel, very well done. Wow.
Yeah. Bay only acknowledges those with the IS3 medal for no bias whatsoever.
No
that
bias at all.
plays, no bias at all. That IS3 is his favorite IS. Despite what he might tell you on stream, and that he designed it himself.
No, I love every IS equally. And some of them I love a bit more equally than others, but that's besides the point.
This is like saying that this is like a parent saying that they don't favor their youngest child, and they love all their children equally.
Yeah,
and forgetting that they have a middle child.
I'm sorry that your parents don't love you, Alyssal, but my parents tell me they love me equally all the time.
I'll have you know, I was a very loved oldest child.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you give me single child energy. Yeah, you're their favorite child because you're their only child. Anyways.
Okay.
Well, that's the end of us reviewing this gameplay. I think that's roughly the end of the stream, right? We only have this much content to go through.
Right, and most of it was pausing and whatnot that we thoroughly, properly filled with some very, I would say, interesting filler. Some interesting anecdotes,
Yeah, of
and
course.
of the sorts.
Yeah. Uh, if you guys have any comments and any things you want us to commentate over, be sure to let us know. Uh, if you guys think Alyssa's voice is annoying, that this diversity hire needs to
If
go
you think if you,
away,
if you, if you think if you think Bait is a liar, a charlatan,
no,
a disloyal, dishonest, this is what he might tell you, then then you should like the video actually. If you
no, no, no,
like
no,
the stream bot, if you
no,
think
no, no.
that's
Don't like the
if that's
video on
true.
its merits, not because they think I'm a liar. I don't know why anyone would honestly think that, because it's just, I think it's a you thing, honestly. I think you're projecting. But
Yeah, okay. What is it, Leonardo DiCaprio? He said it's like I don't ask people to judge me by my winners. I ask them to judge me by my losers because I have. That's what you sound like right now. you
yeah,
you sound like
when you
Leonardo
point a finger at
DiCaprio.
someone, three fingers point back. So I think you should watch your mouth a little. So,
You're the
anyways,
one who has three fingers pointing at you.
okay. So, anyways, all right, that's the end of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hello, hello, like and subscribe. Let's do it. We'll find a catchphrase that catches on someday. All right. See
And
you
we'll
guys
figure out how
later.
to end these streams properly, but
All right.